Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Today our topic is about the concept of Islam. You know, the Muhammadan, they have something always they repeat. But in reality, none of the Muslims knows really what he worship. And, you know, we will prove it to you every day as we always do. My Skype is open, and let us see if the Muslims knows really what they are talking about. If I go right now and search in Google, the concept of Islam, and I try to find a Muslim website. Here we go. This is one. The concept of Islam. Monotheism, belief in one God, and the most foundation and the foundational concept of Islam. Muslims believe in one God. I never heard of this as of something called a foundation. You know, okay. So if he is one or two or three, what different is going to make? You know, there is a video made by Lili Dawa. And Lili Dawa, he used a logic which says the internet will not be exist if there is no computer, if there's no, but computer will not be exist if there is no man, and the man will not exist if there is no being. But based on this same logic, that's mean Allah himself will not be exist unless somebody else exist, because why you stop there? So their logic is broken. And they try supposedly, and they bring two Muslims and they make them sit in the front of them, and supposedly Muslims are atheists asking questions, but in fact those are Muslims. What a nice movie. And for sure the Muslims always, they are convincing. So when the Muslims, they say that we believe in monotheism, who is the first one who taught Muhammad monotheism? If we go in the hadith, we will find the following. Which is a clear proof that Muhammad do not know what monotheism is. This is Muhammad, and this is a very authentic hadith. It was narrated from Abdullah ibn Yasir, from Qutada, from all the hummus and shish kebab. A Jewish man, he came to Muhammad, and he said to him, "You are setting up a reviles to God, not to Allah, and associating others with him." Who is saying that? Who is the one is making such a statement? Is a Jewish man. If a Muslim now, he called me and he said to me, "You are committing shirk." No, we believe in one God. So I will refute him, right? I will debate him about it. You will notice Muhammad, he did not even argue, he agreed. So the Jewish man, as we see here, a Jewish man, he said to Muhammad, "You are setting up rivals to God and associating others with him. You say," and he is telling him why, "whatever Allah wills, and you will. And you say, by the Kaaba." This way, by the Kaaba. Look at the response of Muhammad. Muhammad, he is the prophet, not the Jew. The Jew is just a Jewish guy. Random Jewish guy. Muhammad, he took what the Jew said, and he commanded the Muslims to do as he said. So he said to them, so the Prophet commanded them, which means the Muslims, if they wanted to swear on oath to say, by the Lord of the Kaaba, not by the Kaaba, and to say, whatever Allah wills, then what you will. Supposedly now Muhammad, he fixed it. You see, the accusation is not about you are cooking some food in wrong recipe. The accusation is very harsh. It is a threat to someone who claimed to be a prophet of God. He did not say to him, you should not say that. He said to him, you are associating someone with God. You are not a monotheist. Muhammad did not even open his mouth, not even for a second, to say, you are wrong. This is not what we are saying. Muhammad, he took what the man he said, and he commanded the Muslims to do as the Jewish man said. So how the Muslim, they say the concept of God in Islam is a monotheism, when a Jewish guy is the one who schooled your prophet himself, and he made him understand that this is not monotheism. Imagine you are a prophet of God, and Muhammad, he was not going to correct himself. You know, you need to ask yourself, okay, where was Jibreel all this time? Where was Allah all this time? Why Allah did not correct Muhammad? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us in Skype? Any Muslim? Any Muhammadan? Any from the Mushrikeen? So when the Muhammadan, they say, whatever Allah wills and you will, they are committing shirk. But isn't this what they say about Muhammad? Whatever Allah will and Muhammad will. In fact, the Quran says whatever Muhammad will is Allah will. Let us go to the yellow pages of Muhammad, which we don't have anymore. In chapter 4, verse number 80, it says, he who obey the messenger has indeed obeyed Allah. What does that mean? That means Muhammad is God. We have a Muslim, and the funny, by the way, they use they don't use Muslim names no more. Look at this guy saying, his name, he called himself John Scott. Abdul with the name John Scott. And you will notice right away how the Muslims, they try to divert our topic to speak about something else. Christian Prince, no false god ever sat in the Jewish temple. Okay. If Allah is a true God, maybe he is being sarcastic, I don't know, maybe I get him wrong. If Allah is the true God, and the Kaaba is his house, how could 364 other idols have been there? That means Allah is an idol. No? Okay, so I got you wrong, sorry. No, this is not the reason to consider Allah an idol. This is not the reason to consider Allah an idol, but I will give you a different answer. The Muslim, they say that when a Christian, he came with his army, There's a chapter, it's called the chapter of the elephant. A Christian man, he came with his army to destroy the Kaaba because the Kaaba is the house of idol worshippers. Allah, he sent birds, and those birds, they carry rocks, cooked rocks from clay, and they throw the rocks on the army of the Christians. But look at the story here. Allah did not send his birds to destroy those who they are around the Kaaba, worshipping idols, as John he said. But Allah, he sent an army to destroy the Christians who didn't worship idols. Do you see how funny Islam is? And then the Kaaba was destroyed many times after Muhammad. Many times. Even by Muslims, even by Shia, even by communists. And none saw one single chicken flying over the Kaaba to protect the Kaaba. Assassin Prince, my friend, are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? If you are a Muslim, let me know. If you are not, we don't take calls for now except from Muslims. All right? All right. Any Muhammadan? So if you go to the other verse, you will see that the Muslims are not people who worship God. Muslims, they worship a man, his name is Muhammad. They claim he is the servant of God, but in fact he is God. You see, when you say whoever obey Muhammad, he obey God, that means that Muhammad is a perfect person who never make mistakes. Correct? Because why we obey God? Because he is perfect, he don't make mistakes. Was Muhammad the person who don't make mistakes? The Quran is full of verses saying Muhammad, he was a bad person. Even he received satanic verses. So whoever obey Muhammad, he obey God, for Muhammad is God in Islam. You know, when Moses he gave the 10 commandments, he is not telling them that those are from me, obey me. He said this is God's commandment, therefore you have to obey them. Muhammad's commandment is coming from man, yet he is equal to his God. There is a video of Zakir Naik. He said that the Hindus' concept of God is exactly the same the concept of God in Islam. And in the video, I wish I can play it for you, but you can search it. He even used quotation from the Hindus' books to prove his point. So the Muslims agree that them and the Hindus, they share the same concept of God. That is very clear proof that Muhammadan, they are trying to hijack Abraham God when they have nothing to do with him. My Skype is open. And I challenge any Muslim to prove to me that anything you Muslim you say about the concept of your God is true. Somehow I feel like the Muslims are copying articles of different religion to explain their God. So when you say monotheism, that is a joke. You don't believe in monotheism. Monotheism, that it is one person in control. But Muhammad is in control. In fact, if Muhammad, he can even block any command of Allah, and he create his own command. As an example, the Quran says you can do muta, which means you can hire a woman to sleep with you in return, in exchange for money. And then Muhammad, when the people they start laughing at such a religion, pervert, Muhammad he ban it, then he allow it, then he ban it, then he allow it, then he ban it. Any Muslim can tell us why? Allah make the muta. You can rent a woman, which is proving to us that Islam is a very sexual cult. We can't even call it a cult. It's just a sexual, gang. Okay, Allah allow it. Muhammad, he forbid it. Then Muhammad allow it. Then is that a joke? Is that a joke? Is the law of God? Listen, we are not talking about somebody he came like, okay, between Abraham and Muhammad there is a long time, so things change. No, we are talking about the same person. So there is no point of changing so fast. Any Muhammadan here? Anyone? The concept of monotheism in Islam is a false concept. You people worship a man, not God. And if Muhammad agree with the Jewish guy for just saying that if you swear by the Kaaba, you are associating with him. If you say whatever Allah wills and you will, you are associating with him, and which means Muhammad he agree with it. Well, all of Islam is based in what Muhammad will, Allah will. And we just showed you the Quran. And the Quran proved to us that Muhammad is a sinner man. Chapter 48, verse number 2. You might ask yourself, why even Muhammad is saying that? People at that time, they know him. You cannot, like everybody know who I am. So if I'm a good person, they knew if I'm a good person or not. So he cannot say I'm a good person. So what Muhammad does, he claimed that his God, he told him this. We have somebody claiming to be a Muslim. Let us see. We are calling him. May Allah forgive your son Muhammad. The statement itself is weird. Hello? Yes, my friend, you are live on air. You are a Muslim?
Yes.
All right. What do you think about our topic today? What is the concept of Islam?
Okay, so Islam
Concept of
teaches
God.
absolute
Concept of God.
monotheism. No, I believe that Islam teaches absolute monotheism. Rather, the Christians are, what do you say? The Christians are preaching the theory of Trinity, and we can clearly see that it is a polytheism, and you don't need to logic that. Okay.
But are you saying the Quran is a lie then?
When I didn't say that.
Well, the Quran did not say we believe in 3 gods.
But Christians do say that the
No.
God is one.
Hold on. You see, do you understand your religion or you don't understand your religion?
No, I understand my religion.
Okay. Does the Quran says that we have 3 gods?
No, as far as
So
I've read
how
the
come
Quran,
you
the
are
Quran never said
how
that.
come you are you saying to me that Allah do not know and you know what we believe in?
No, Allah knows. Of course, Allah knows.
Okay, I want you to read. So then, no, but I ask you, did Allah say we have? Did Allah say we have 3 gods? You said no. So if Allah knows, why He did not say that? In fact, the Quran says the opposite. I want you to read with me, chapter 5, verse number 73. You can see it in my screen. Just be sure that the audio is blocked in YouTube, or you can open it in your computer or your phone.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Alright.
Can you put the English?
All right, chapter 5, verse number 73.
Okay, so I'm reading this. Behold, God is the Trinity, seeing that there is no deity whatever save the one God, and unless the deist from this their association grievous suffering is bound to befall us. So, what is your interpretation with this verse? What you are trying
I'm
to say?
asking you. You are the Muslim, not me.
No, what you want me to say?
I believe this is wrong. I believe this is false, because if he's talking about the Christians, we don't believe in Allah anyway. Number 2, if you go to the verse before it, the verse here says that Allah is a third of 3, correct?
It does say that.
All right. But if you go in the verse before it, it says that the Christian believe that the Messiah is Allah.
Okay.
So if the Messiah is Allah, so now we eliminate 2 names.
Can you show me the verse where it says that the Christians believe that Messiah is Allah?
The verse before it, verse number 72.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I mean the God is the third of the Trinity, and can you explain? I mean, does the tafsir explains it the same way as you are explaining it?
Take it easy. So we just showed you, and you agreed with me already. In verse number 73, the Quran says that those who they say that Allah is a third of 3, they are committing blasphemy against God. And we agree about it. You and me agree. That's what it says, correct? Verse number 73. Okay. But if we go to the verse before it, it says that the Christians believe that the Messiah is Allah.
Okay, so but they do believe that. Don't you believe that that Jesus is the God?
We believe he's God, no problem. But you see, that's not what the case now. Allah is not a word meaning God. Allah is a name of the God of the Muslims, correct?
Yes.
All right.
But if you translate Allah into
we cannot translate. We cannot translate a name. We don't translate a name. Nobody can translate a name. It's a name of a person, so you don't translate the name. If somebody's name is Apple, well, his name is Apple. You don't translate a different name. So this is the name. His name is Allah. So if the Christian believe that the Messiah is Allah.
No, well, listen. What I'm saying. Okay, in English you say Jesus, but if you say the same name,
there's nothing
Hebrew,
in English it's
Yeshua.
called Jesus. This is because the English language is not capable of writing the correct name of Jesus. As you know, the Hebrew have more letters, same as Arabic, have more letters. You don't have it in the English. As an example, Muhammad. But you don't say Muhammad, you say Muhammad, because you don't have the letter eh in English or in the Latin. So you say H. So that will not change the fact. It's not translation. Still, you are saying the same name. But I'm asking you now, if the Quran saying that Allah is the Christian believe that the Christ is Allah. So now we have to eliminate 2 names, make them 1. Who is then, okay, then who is the second and who is the third in the Trinity?
The Holy Spirit and the Father. according to the Christians.
Hold on. You just said, the Quran said, that the Christian believe that the Messiah is Allah. The verse
Yes.
after it says that Allah is a third of a three.
According to the Christians.
No, hold on. No. Okay, no problem. Focus with me, my friend. If
Okay,
Allah
no
is a
problem.
third of a three, Allah is the third of a three. Okay.
Can you put the verse on
Who
the
is
screen?
Allah
It
now
will be easier
replacing
for
in
me.
the Trinity?
Can you put the verse in the screen? I mean, on the live
It is
screen.
in the screen.
No, it shows 70, verse number 72. Yeah, now you're on the right screen. Yeah, we can go on now.
Okay, so Allah is one of the Trinity, correct?
Yes.
All right. So
According to Christians, let me make
okay,
that
no
very
problem.
clear.
No, this is Allah talking now.
Yes,
Allah
of course.
talking, teaching about the Christians what they believe. I asked you before, is Allah wrong? You said no, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Allah is saying that the Christians think that Allah is the third of the Trinity. So who is the second and who is the third?
I answered you that.
Who?
The Holy Spirit and the Father.
I will not discuss with this for now, but let us focus. Let us
for
take a
that,
note. Let us take a note.
me
Let
tell
us
you
take a
one thing.
note.
Let me
Let
tell
us
you
take
one
a
thing.
note. So
I know
now,
in some places in
hold
Quran
on.
it
Hold on.
says Maryam.
Hold
Okay,
on.
I know that.
Okay.
Some places it
So
says
now you
Maryam.
agreed. Now you agreed that the Quran is wrong because now the Maryam is part of the Trinity.
No. I'm saying Christians who lived near Muhammad, they believed Maryam to be the part of Trinity.
But that's mean Allah, He never heard of us, the Christian who believe that we don't believe in Mary as part of the Trinity. And there's no Christian exists believe in the Mary as a part of the Trinity. Never exist. Never exist. This
I'm
is
not
false.
saying that. I think you can find in details in the tafsir. The tafsir will
I don't
tell
care
you in
about
detail.
tafsir. My friend tafsir is a duct tape. Like that YouTuber, those YouTubers. In the time of Ibn Kathir, there's no internet. This is a YouTuber, Ibn Kathir. But if we read Ibn Kathir, you will die laughing at what your Ibn Kathir is saying. As an example, Ibn Kathir is saying that the one who created Jesus is Jibreel.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of weak hadith in
What weak
the
hadith?
tafsir.
You see, you are the one said to me read tafsir. So either you accept tafsir or you don't accept it. So those are a bunch of idiots.
In tafsir,
Hold on.
you know
friend,
better than me.
Let us
In
go
tafsir,
back. Let us
there
go
are some
back.
hadiths
I don't
which
want to
are
change topic.
authentic,
I don't
and
want
there
to
are
change
some hadiths
topic.
that
I
are
don't
not
want to
authentic.
change topic. Focus with me. So
Okay.
if the Christian believe that Allah is a third of the Trinity, and you said to me, here in this case, Allah, He present the Father, correct?
Yes.
All right. And then there is the Son, correct?
Yeah. And the Holy Spirit.
Which is Jesus, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we go back to verse number 72, if the Christian believe that Jesus himself is Allah, we don't have a Trinity no more. Because now Jesus is the same person as Allah.
Well, can you bring the verse into the screen?
It's in front of you, my friend. How many times we have to read it? Chapter 5, verse number 72. The Christian, they say that the Messiah is Allah. The translation here, by the way, is
says they believe in
the translation.
Trinity,
the translation here
but they also said that they believe in Trinity. Okay,
my friend, no problem, no problem. You see, I don't know why. What is the problem with you? You don't want to read with me carefully. If the Messiah is Allah, the Trinity is not exist no more. You agreed that the verse after it says that Allah is the third of the Trinity.
Yes, I agree.
All right, and you agreed that here Allah present the Father.
Yes.
Okay, but when the verse says, verse number 72, that the Christian believe that Allah is the Messiah, is not the second person, no, Allah is the Messiah, then Muhammad here, he brought a big contradiction in his silly book, because now who is the second person and who is the third person? Allah is the Messiah. He is not the second person. He is not the second person after the Father. He is the Father. But no Christian believe that the Messiah is the Father.
But But as far as I know, that Christians do believe that the Father and the Son is one.
Exactly. See, you got yourself busted now. So how you say to me that the Islam teach that we are worshiping three God, and now you just said we have one God. So when the Christians say that the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit is one God, doesn't make them one person, three-person, one God. But here Muhammad, he show us that he is an ignorant person. He do not know what he is saying, or does not know what he's talking about. Because if the Messiah, he is Allah, then who is the second person and the third person? Because now we have to join the two names, make them one name. Isa, Allah, one person.
So
Okay.
you're
The second
saying
person
that
is
the
who?
Quran does not tell about the other two persons of the Trinity, right? You're trying to tell that.
No, no, no. There is no other two person no more now, because Messiah is Allah. So the second person is the Messiah. The Messiah is Allah. So who is the? There is no third person. Are you getting my point? If we say, okay, I will make it a little bit more simple for you. Let me do something for you in the screen.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will resemble three numbers in the screen. Each one of them resemble a name. Allah is number one.
Okay.
All right. And then the Isa is number two.
Okay, I get it. Then the Holy Spirit must be number three.
And Mary, you said to me the Quran says Mary. So Mary is number three.
Yeah, I have heard from many scholars.
Yeah. Mary is number three. Okay. So now if the Messiah is the same as Allah, which is number one, correct?
Yes.
All right. So now we have to put a sign on number two, because number two is the same as number one.
I now I get your point, what you're trying to say. Okay.
So where is the Trinity?
But what I'm trying to say that is it possible that it can also be possible that there's also specific for the Christians around Muhammad?
You see, my friend, that's mean all the Quran is a very silly religion, because we are talking about people who came in the time of Muhammad 600 years, when all the Christian world, all of them, they have the same gospel, the same book, and they have the Trinity. So 600 years after Jesus, still Muhammad did not get it. That is wrong. Secondly, no Christian believe, my friend, no Christian before or after believe in such a thing.
Nasara and Christians are different. I have a question for you. Are Nasara and the Christians, are they different?
Nasara is a stupid word. We never heard of Nasara. Who is Nasara? Do you know what Nasara mean?
I attended a live of Rock Christian, and he told in the live that the Nasara are not Christians. He told that Christians are not familiar with this term.
My friend, so Nasara, yes. Simply, most likely, is coming from the word Nazareth, which is not the Nazareth, the people of Nasara, people who they are poor in understanding. So those are Jews, not Christians, were kicked out from the Holy Land. And because the Roman controlled the Holy Land, they went to a place where nobody, no Roman can control them. Those are the Nasara, and they are not Christians. However, the Quran gives us a different definition. The Quran says that Isa, he said, who wanna be my helper? Ansari. This is why you have a party in Islam, it's called Ansarullah. You know, in Yemen, the army of the Shia, they call themselves Ansar.
Yes, it's the Shia.
Yeah.
The Shia, they are in Shia cult, I know.
Yeah. So Jesus, he said, Isa, which is the wrong name of Jesus. He said, who wanna be my Ansari?
Yeah, I know that, but even the helper, who wants to be my helper, he told to his 12 disciples.
Okay, so he said to them, who wanna be my helper? So the word Nasara, according to Muhammad, which is showing us again that he is an ignorant man, mean helpers. But there is no such a thing. We never heard of it. Not a single Christian heard of the word Nasara before. Nobody.
Not even in history books.
You will not find any Christian in the world he say he is Nasara. Muhammad, he came with this. So here we notice that Muhammad don't understand the Christianity. He replaced the Father by the Son, when none of the Christians believe in that. We don't believe that the Son is the same as the Father. We believe in one God, yes, but the Son is the Son, the Father is the Father, the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. So how God can be God and he is ignorant? Now going back to
So
zero.
the point you are making, I totally agree with that because I have read the Bible and I read that Jesus said himself that he and the Father is one. But my question to you that Jesus never said that he and Holy Spirit is the one.
But always the Holy Spirit is within Jesus.
But he never said that.
No problem. Like there is many things Jesus did not say, but we learn it from as an example, when Jesus he spoke about when the son of a king, you know, he come to teach and to invite people, and then they beat the son and they kill the son and they humiliate the son. Well, this is, you know, where he says this is my father and this is me, but we understand that this is all is about him, correct? It's a parable.
Yes, I guess.
All right. The Quran used the same method because Muhammad was trying to copy what Jesus did, but the Quran is an example, never mentioned the word Tawheed. Never. We cannot find the word Tawheed in the Quran. In fact, the word Tawheed means unification. Is that correct?
Yes, but
okay,
same word as many other.
No, hold on.
But,
how you unify God if he is one God? If he is one person.
But the term you're using, the meaning you're using, that's not what it meant when
I'm not using it. This is not my term. This is your term. Tawheed means unification. If your God is one person, you are.
It is one of the meanings.
No. There's no other meaning. Tawheed. This is what Tawheed mean. Unification. There's no other meaning. Try to make a sentence if you speak Arabic. You will never come with any meaning. التوحيد الدول العربية, unification of the Arabian state. توحيد الأمة الإسلامية, unification of the Islamic nation. So you unify if they are not one. So if Allah is one, how you Muslim believe in Tawheed if he is one? Tawheed is unifying something is not one.
Can you show me any proof from any Arabic book?
Okay, like, I do not need to show you. Here we go. I will write the word in the front of you in the Quran. Read with me carefully.
Yeah, sure.
The Muslim, they say, there's a verse in the Quran says, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ, correct?
Yes, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ.
All right. I will type word ahad in the screen. Chapter 2, verse number 102. It says, وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. They don't teach any one of. Ahad does not mean one. He's one of many. Chapter 2, verse 136. لا نفرق بين أحد. We don't differentiate between any one of them. Ahad.
Chapter 2, verse number 136.
Chapter 2, verse 136.
Okay.
Chapter 2, verse number 285.
Yes, I got it on the screen.
Chapter 2, verse 285. لا نفرق بين أحد. We don't differentiate between any of them. Any of is not one. لا تؤمنوا, it's a continue saying, أن يؤتي أحد مثل ما أوتيتم. Don't expect that somebody will come with something like what you've been given. Someone. He have one. Ahad, he is one of many. Don't accept anyone will brings to you something like what you've been given. Chapter 3, verse number 84. We don't differentiate between any of them. بين أحد منهم. Etc. All those verses in front of you. Later you can freeze the screen and you can read it one by one. I'm just showing you an example. It's all over the Quran. So as you see, all over the Quran, the same word is coming as one of. How come that chapter only, the only place in the Quran, the Muslim, they say, Allah, he said, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ, and that mean one. You see, because in Arabic, even in English, if you want to say, you have to say something. Like as an example, in Muhammad here is trying to copy the Hebrew. The Bible says, "O you Israel, your God is Echad." Echad, not one. Echad. Echad mean unity. Three person, one God. This is why the Bible uses the same word. It says, when a man he marry a woman, he leave his parents and he will become with her Echad. This is what Wahid mean here. Echad. So the God of Muhammad, he took the word Aka Muhammad, he took the word, he put it in the Quran, but by taking it, he destroyed his religion. As an example, it says here in chapter 33, verse number 40, Muhammad was not the father of any ahad. ما كان محمد أبا أحد من رجالكم. Muhammad was not the father of any. You see what the word wahid mean? Ahad?
Yes.
Any of.
Yes,
any of. You see it? It's not one.
Yeah.
All right. And actually, I will show you right away a verse which nobody can. I mean, I challenge every single Muslim in the world to join us right now and tell us how in the world that is God which is one. I will put it for you.
But it's not any man. But this is the. But you are saying that
Read
it
with
means
me.
unified. But
Read with me,
no,
my friend. Read with me.
you in the verse number 40.
Chapter 21, verse number 17. A disaster.
Chapter 21, verse number 17, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have Dr. Mustafa's translation in front of me. So it had we intended to take some assument, we could have it in our presence if that had been our will. Okay.
Well, this is a false translation. What presence? It says from us. That is a lie.
Which Arabic word you are meaning? I mean, which word you are referring to? I mean,
it says لو أردنا أن نتخذ لهوا لاتخذناه من لدنا إن كنا فاعلين. You see here, it says لدنا. لدنا. The na belong to us. Us. This is what us. So لو أردنا, us. أردنا, we. This is why here translation says we. So where is the we coming from? It's from the letter N at the end, na. So if we لو أردنا, that is we, na. أن نتخذ لهوا لاتخذناه من لدنا, us.
Okay, so the Arabic translation for this is the Arabic word also translates into us. I agree with you with that, but as far as I know, and I have heard from the scholars that the us, I mean, the word you were referring, it is used as a form of respect.
Okay, I will show you. I will show you why the scholars is stupid. Those aren't scholars; those are potatoes. Because if here us, which is translated as we, mean like a word of respect, that would be silly and stupid. Because look like your God Allah, he don't like himself to be I, because he think that if he is I as one is disrespectful for him, so he decided to replace it with the fake we, so he can be respected I. That is silly. So I think, my friend, hold on. So imagine I have a Peugeot car made in France, and then I take a sign, it says Rose Rise, and I put it in my car and thinking that will make me respected and people will think that I have Rose Rise. That is silly. So when the Muslim scholars, as you call them, they say Allah, he used the word we because that will make him majestic. That means Allah is using a fake language which is not true, and he is fabricating a title which is against his title, because he is I, not we. And if I cannot make people respect me except by adding words, that is funny. Secondly, when kings they say we, because they speak in the name of them and the nobles who choose them to be a king. So we say we the king and the nobles. We. So he is not speaking of himself alone. He have the nobles who chose him to be a king. Allah, he been chosen by who? So, but if we continue, just to go with you, if the first way, to be majestic, here us is majestic, he will take partner. Is that the same person Allah will partner with himself? Allah will take himself. Allah will take himself as a wife.
Can you show me an example?
It's in front of you. Read it on the screen.
I needed to take the past time. We could surely have taken it from us if we are going to do that. You mean that us? As far as I remember, in the tafsir, it meant among in the prophets. It meant the prophets.
My friend, Allah want to take one of the prophet a wife?
No, I mean the son. The word son, I guess. Okay,
you see, this is why Islam is a stupid religion. Can Allah take a prophet as son? It says us. Is the prophet is with Allah or they are dead? If there is a prophet, Allah will take him as son. According to Muslim, the only one is with Allah is Jesus.
But I've heard from some scholars that in Hebrew, when they say the Son of God, it is used in a metaphoric way.
My friend, we Christian, we don't believe that God he have a son because he gave birth by having sex. No.
Yes, I know.
The Messiah is born of God, but not by sexual relationship. So when the Jews they can say, you can bring me a Jew. There's a Jew, he will say to you, Allah is our God too. I mean, they are stupid. There's a Christians, I can bring you a bishop, say we Christian believe in Allah. Stupid people, we are laughing at them. We are here to expose everybody who says stupid lies. Christian, Jews, Hindus, Buddhas, Muslim, doesn't matter. So listen carefully. If Allah want to take a wife, and this is your Muslim translation, or a son, he will take it from us. And when you say us, you say to me prophet, right?
Yes.
Is a prophet is one of the kind of Allah?
No, absolutely not.
So how I say us? I say us. If I say us, if I have a dog next to me, do I mean the dog too?
No.
I mean people from my kind, maybe my family, correct?
Yes.
All right. In fact, the word ladunna mean, you can go to the dictionary, your bloodline, your blood seed, your blood inheritance, your tribe, your nation. This is ladunna. So Allah is saying, if we want to take a wife, a partner from anywhere, we will take it from us. So if Allah is one and he is unique and there's nothing like him, Allah will take a partner from something that exists or something exists. He said he will take it from us if we want to do that. So they are exist already, those us, correct?
Yes.
But us cannot be a prophet, cannot be a man, cannot be a chicken, cannot be a dog. It have to be from the kind of Allah.
Yeah, you're trying to say that if you go to the original meaning of this word, miladunna, in the Arabic language, then it actually means bloodline.
Ladunna means, yeah, you can go right now to dictionary, open it. Open dictionary, okay. Yeah. And so, and you know, even whatever you want to say, us is us. When I say us, I am including me between them, correct?
Yes.
Okay, in order to count myself between them, I have to be from them.
I get your point. What you're trying to say.
If Allah is standing, I'm not trying to insult, just to give an example. If Allah is standing between a thousand monkey, Allah is not one of the monkeys, correct?
Can you repeat again?
If Allah is standing in the middle of 1,000 monkey, and he used the word us, for sure he don't mean the monkeys, correct?
Absolutely not.
A human being is no different. A human is not the same as God. He's a human.
Yes. Okay. I get your point.
So when Allah he say us, he must be talking about who? Remember now,
yeah, they cannot say
they cannot say a majestic because now
I will talk with the scholars about this. This is a problem. I agree. Totally agree with you.
But this is not a problem. This is a bust. That cannot be the monotheism Muhammad he speak of. Muhammad he made a poo-poo, and that is not a problem. This is not a problem. This is a problem.
It might have some explanation. I mean, My Islam does have some explanation. I mean,
My
the
friend,
scholars
no, there's no
always give some
explanation. If you read the scholars, as you said, you told me the explanation. You said the prophet, but the prophet, they are not the same kind of Allah. When I say us, I mean us from my kind. You agreed, I agreed.
But it might be different from our
He didn't say,
perspective at
listen,
that point of time,
you see,
logical
he didn't
way.
say, I will take them from the angels. He didn't say, I will take them from the human. He didn't say, I will take it from you. He said, from us.
Okay.
How us
I
is
get your point.
how us is even my present. That is even more funny because all of us we are in the present of God all time, correct?
Yes.
So what us? If this is what he meant, that means he can take a chicken too. He can take rats. He can take cats. You know. So, but he is saying, I'm not going to take anyone to be a partner except from us, which means my kind. If we were going to do that, which means it's possible, correct?
Well, the way you are explaining it, it is possible. If the way you are
No,
saying,
I'm not the one explaining. It's in front of you. If we read me with me, if we
no,
were
listen. Let me say. The thing is that what you are saying totally makes sense. I agree with you. And if we go in this way, yeah, it can.
there's no other way. Can you give me other way?
I don't know other way, but maybe I'll ask
So
some
don't tell me
scholar.
if this is the way, my friend. You can say that if you can come with other way. There's no other way. You told me what the scholar they say. By the way, when a Muslim he say a Muslim scholar, that will make me laugh because if I open for you right now any Muslim scholar book, you will die laughing and you will say I wash my hands from them.
I do agree on that thing.
Okay, so they are not scholars, they are a bunch of dummies. You know, those are people in their time, they are the same as YouTubers in our time. They make poo-poo, and the Muslims, in order to defend their God, what they do, when they notice this is a big poo-poo, they claim that this is not, we don't accept it. But when something fit with their poo-poo, they accept it. So it's poo-poo either way. So either they are a scholar or they are dumb. You cannot be dumb and scholar. Have you ever heard of a dumb scholar?
No, I mean the scholars can be dumb, but
how you can be a
not
scholar
right
and
to tell
dumb?
them dumb.
You cannot be a scholar and dumb. I mean, that's mean you are a scholar in dummies.
But there are some people like that.
No, there is no such a thing. You cannot be a scholar and dumb. You have to be very smart. You have to be very educated. How you can be dumb and a scholar? That is very, very funny. You see, it's what you are saying to me, that there is a donkey and there is a mule, and then the mule he became a professor in the university. But at the end of the day, all the students must be donkeys.
Okay, I get you what you're saying. Okay.
So when the Muslim they say we believe in monotheism, this is a big fat lie, which is not true. Obviously, the Muslims they do not even know what is God is about, and they don't know who is Allah. As an example, if I ask you now, who is Allah, what you will say to me? You will tell him what you will tell me what he do for a living, correct? Who is Allah?
Allah is the God of Muslims, or
that's not the question. I know that he is God for Muslim. I'm saying who is he? Who is he?
God. What do you expect?
Let me make the question different. Who is your God, Allah? Are you going to say to me he's God? That would be silly. I told you already. I know that
the definition, right?
No, I'm asking you who is he as a person. Do you know even who you worship? No.
Okay, so so you're telling to me the attributes of God. Okay.
No, you don't know. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about this God. What attribute? I mean, the attribute of God in Islam is very funny. Very funny. I mean, the most stupid attribute. Okay, your God Allah is a believer. He believes in what?
Can you show me the verse?
You don't know?
No, maybe I forgot about that, but yeah, I've heard about. I saw the verse of the Muslims are the believers. I mean, but I don't remember about that verse. What you're talking about?
All right. So if we go in the Quran, you can go right now to the list of the 99 names of Allah, and you will see.
Well, I read in your book that you have quoted in like Allah has 1,000 names, and also Muhammad has. You quoted in your book in the Deception of Allah. I've read that.
All right. Muhammad, he have equal names to Allah, correct?
Yeah, you quoted that in your book.
All right. But how Allah, his name is Mu'min?
Can I see that?
Believer. Let us see. Is my screen coming to you?
No, it shows ayat number 17.
Okay. Read with me this verse.
Take a fast time.
Oh, hold on. Something
No, the
wrong
verse
here.
doesn't show on the screen.
Yeah, hold on.
Just tell me the verse. It will be better and faster.
Yeah. I better show it to you on the screen so we can read together. Let us go to Al-Hashr. All right. All right. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Read this verse for me and tell me how do you agree that this is your God?
Can you put it a little bit down? I mean, scroll it down.
In my side, it shows fine.
No, the ayat number. Can you tell me the ayat number?
Chapter 59, verse number 23.
Chapter 59.
Yeah.
Verse number
23.
23. Okay. Chapter 59, verse number 59. Verse number 23. He is Allah, than whom there is la ilaha illa huwa, none has the right to be worshipped but He, the King, the Holy, the One free from all defects, the giver of security, the watcher over His creatures, the Almighty, the Compeller, the Supreme. So what does it says, the believer?
Okay, I will change the translator. Just be my witness. This is a chapter. This is Hilali Khan, right? I will change the translator.
Yes.
Let us see how the Muslim translation work.
But I would say also
hold on, hold on. Look, I just changed the translator. It became the faithful. But this is not what it says. It says the believer. The believer. I will change the translator again.
Okay.
You know what the word mu'min mean, right? Mu'min. What mu'min mean?
Believer. Yeah,
believer. Okay, this is the word mu'min in Arabic. Here we go. Let me show it to you. Good. You know the word in Arabic. It's in front of you. Do you see it? Al-mu'min.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they're all faithful. You mean this?
Yeah. So all the translation is a fabrication because they are trying to duct tape the Quran. Okay, Allah, He believe in what?
But the same problem is also with Christianity, right?
How is that?
You know the contradictions of the Bible.
My friend, you see a contradiction. Okay, if this is true, that again the Quran is false because the Quran chapter 2 verse number 89 says confirming what is with them Speaking to who? To the Christian and the Jews. So you Muslim, you better stop saying those stupid things about the contradiction. And now, let us say, for the sake of argument, if there's a contradiction in the Bible, that will save you now from having a stupid book. Let us say our Bible is not valid no more. How that can serve you now? So you try to avoid the embarrassment of what is in your. Allah is a one God.
I'm not avoiding. I'm saying that the translation in Quran is different.
I'm not talking about translation. You saw the word in Arabic. I saw the word in Arabic, and you agree with me that the word mu'min mean a believer.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Okay, Allah believe in what?
Well, I must see the tafsir for that.
Again. So we have to see the tafsir. So the Quran, isn't it the Quran says that this is a book, we make it in clear details?
But it also says that Quran is a tafsir of Quran and Muhammad will tafsir it. I mean, the Muhammad will explain it.
What is that? Can you show me the verse? It says what?
I don't know. It doesn't explicitly says that, but it means it. I mean, I don't remember the
Show me what it means, my friend. There is no such a thing. The Quran says that this is a book which made its ayah or verses clear. So if he make it clear, then why we need tafsir?
We have the verse of mutashabihat, that some verses we won't understand.
Wonderful. So the Quran says there is verses in the Quran nobody can explain them save Allah.
Yeah.
Well, that is other problem in Islam. Why? Because if this is the case, then this is a contradiction. For if Allah, he make it so clear in details, and then in other verses contradicting himself and says, there's tons of them, you do not know what they mean, save me. So he did not explain anything in details.
And if you look into explicitly, this is a contradiction. I do agree with you.
No,
but,
this is not looking at it this way, because there's no other way. If I say, you mentioned that you did read my book, correct?
Can you repeat that?
You mentioned that you did read my book, one of my book, Deception of Allah, correct?
Yes.
All right. If I am claiming to be God and I said, my book is so clear, even I wrote it in the best language in the world, and nobody speaks Arabic better than me. And then you say to me that you know what? When I did read your book, I could not understand the word, and 50% of it is horrible. We need interpretation for it. So when Allah, he claimed that this is a Quran, laysa fihi awajun, he said this is in a clear Arabic, has no crock in it. He lied. Do we agree?
Okay, so this is a contradiction. I do agree with you that this is a contradiction, but there is a scholarly explanation for that, and I'm sure for that.
No, my friend, read with me carefully. As an example, chapter 39, verse number 28. An Arabic Quran without any crookedness, in order that they may avoid all evil. So he made the Quran so clear. So why? They will not have crookedness in their understanding. The purpose is not the language. The purpose is your understanding. Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay. If we go to different verses in the Quran, you will find that the Quran is saying that Allah, he never sent a messenger except in the tongue of his people so they might understand. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you just said to me that he sent it in a tongue nobody understand.
You mean you're talking about the mutashabihat verse?
Well, all the Quran is some of the mutashabihat. Name for me one is not a mutashabihat, all of it. Name for me one Muslim scholar agree with the other scholar about the interpretation of the Quran. All of them, to cover their bun, they say Allah knows best what he meant by this verse.
It's almost none.
Huh?
Almost none agree with each other. I mean, this is a big problem. I also face this problem with this.
So the Quran is not a clear book, and Allah, he have a failure. You know, if we read the verse in front of us, chapter 14, verse 4, and we send not a messenger except with the language of his people in order to make the message clear to them. That makes sense, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how Muhammad is an international messenger of the religion of Islam to everybody? How he is a messenger for somebody live in Pakistan?
Okay, so it was also my question to a scholar. So he answered me like the Quran is being translated, so it is like
Thank you very
false.
much. So the Quran is a book of lies because Allah could not keep his promise. We have to use a human being to translate because Allah he failed. Because you just said to me, we translate the Quran and that solved the problem. But Allah he said we never ever send a messenger except from the people. He have to be from Pakistan, speaking the tongue of Pakistan, to be sent to Pakistan. It cannot be a translation.
Okay, but doesn't the Quran also says that there were prophets sent to the civilizations, like when there were human civilization in the past, Pakistan before Muhammad,
My
there was some
friend,
kind of
the
prophet.
Quran is a stupid book. As an example, the Quran, the Muslim, they say that Jesus, he said, the Quran says, he says to the people of Israel, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but what is the name of the Bible in the Quran?
The Kitab. No,
No,
sorry.
Kitab
Injil.
is Ahlul Kitab, people of the book.
Injil,
But
Injil.
Injil is the Greek word, which is the name of the Greek Bible. So if Jesus was sent to the Israeli, why his book is in a Greek? And remember, Allah he never sent a messenger except in the tongue of his people, so they might understand. Correct?
Yeah, so the Arabs at that time didn't say it Injil.
Doesn't matter, you are Allah. You don't say what I say.
No. I'm
Listen,
saying that the people of
okay.
Muhammad, they
So the Bible there's written in many languages. So disciples, they went to different territory in the earth. So those who went to the Greek people, they wrote to them in Greek. So this is the original Greek Bible, no problem. But Allah, now he's talking about Jesus.
okay.
Allah, he sent Jesus a book written in a Greek.
What does it says Greek?
What?
It says the Injil. It says the Injil, right?
Exactly. Okay. When you say Injil, is the word is exist before the language exists? No. This is a Greek word language. So the Quran, all of it never mentioned the gospel of Jesus except by the word Injil, Injil, Injil. Look at this. So Al Injil, Al Injil, Al Injil. It's all over. So if Allah he never sent a messenger except in the tongue of his people.
But the Nasara at that time, or you can say the Christians that existed that time, understood it as the Bible, right? If
My
I'm not
friend,
wrong.
we don't have different. Yeah, this is Injil. Until now, we as a Christian, even Arab Christian, we use the word Injil. This is a correct word. We are not saying this is a wrong word. No, we are saying that this is a stupid statement from Allah. If Jesus was sent only to the Jews, because this is what the Muslims say. They say every prophet was sent only to his nation, except Muhammad was sent to all mankind. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, but when Allah he said we never send a messenger except in the tongue of his people, he sent it to who? He sent it to Muhammad, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he was confirming that Muhammad is one of them. So they might what? So they might understand. So look what happened. Allah he sent the Quran in Arabic to the Arab, and Muhammad was an Arab, yet the Arab could not understand the Arab of Allah, the Arabic of Allah. How stupid this book is. Imagine I have to rewrite my book many times so I can write it better. Do you think God he can correct his book?
No.
Okay, let me show you a verse then. You just remember, you just said no. There is no way he will correct his book and write better book than his book, correct?
Logically, it's not possible, right?
Okay. Read with me this one and try not to laugh. Chapter 2, verse 106.
You mean the Satanic verse ayat?
Forget about the satanic verse. No, this is not about satanic verse now. Whatever a verse we do abrogate or cause to be forgotten, we bring something better or similar to it. Do you see the word better?
whatever a verse is able to abrogate or cause to be forgotten, we bring a better on it. So Allah is able to do things. Well, it kind of makes me laugh.
Exactly. Allah will make Quran better than the Quran. And look, He will make you forget the Quran.
Well, it actually means that it's kind of abrogated. Like when you bring something better than that, then the past one is like
Okay, now hold
cancelled.
on. You see, I can abrogate without making you forgetting the verse. Secondly, there is no verse better than other verse, for all word of God is equal.
Yeah.
All right. So if Allah is going to cause you to forget, then He contradict Himself about preservation of the Quran. Isn't it the Muslim they say the Quran preserved? Well, Allah Himself, He said, I made you forget the Quran. This is number one. Number two, why Allah want to make you forget the Quran if He want to give you something similar? Do you see the word similar?
Yes.
Huh.
But does the Arabic match with the similar?
Yeah.
I mean, mithla,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
said.
Mithliha. In Arabic it says mithliha. Read it.
Okay.
The same. So I will make you forget the word ayah, and I will give you a word ayah. I will make you forget about the word horse, and now I will give you a similar word, horsey. That is silly. So what happened
Can
here?
you show me the one better in the Arabic in this ayat?
بخير منها. Here it says
Oh yeah, the
نأتي
fight.
بخير
Yeah, fight is mentioned.
better than
Fight
it.
is okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and actually the word خير is even more stupid. Why? Because خير من, not only it's better than, it is way better. Not better. This false translation. Way better. خير منك. Like, you know, when Aisha, she got jealous from the women who offered themselves to sleep with Muhammad, what her father said
Yes.
to her, you know, هي خير منك. She is way better than you, because she is offering herself. You are being jealous now. And this is the point of Islam, my friend. Muhammad is trying just to get the benefit of
I'm
sex
not
and
wrong.
money.
This hadith is in Bukhari, right? Bukhari or Muslim.
It's all over. It's all over.
Yeah, I read it.
But as you see, if Allah is the one, He is the author of the Quran, and Allah is God, Allah will not cause you to forget His word. Because isn't it the Quran says nobody can exchange the words of Allah? Isn't it the Quran said, سَنُقْرِئُكَ فَلَا تَنْسَى, we will make you read or recite, but you will not forget the Quran?
Yes.
So
It
how
does say
Allah,
that.
He said that to Muhammad in one verse, we will make you recite and you will not forget. Another verse says, well, we will make you forget.
I see. This is contradictions, like foolish contradiction.
Well, all the Quran is a foolish contradiction, my friend.
Well, the thing is, I saw these contradictions, like not everything that you're showing, but I know some contradictions. But when I ask to the scholars, they always have some explanation ready for me, and like they always get me.
My friend, there is a plumber. There's a plumber. He come to your house. He put a duct tape over the pipe, and the leak stop. For now. But somebody like me, he will pick up a needle and he will make it leak again. So your scholars are false scholars, because this is not an answer. What? How you explain that? I mean, like, I explain it. It says you will not forget. You will not forget. And then Allah, He caused you to forget. But isn't it Muhammad said that the shaitan is the one who caused him to forget the Quran?
Yes, it's a hadith.
Okay, so how Allah is the one who caused him to forget the Quran, yet Muhammad accusing shaitan to forget the Quran? Did Muhammad
It's
forget
like
Quran?
indirectly calling Allah the shaitan. It's like indirectly saying Allah is shaitan.
Well, actually, the Quran says Allah is shaitan. Don't you know that?
No.
Read this hadith with me. where Muhammad, we will go to what you just said. It says here, the Messenger of Allah recited, and Yahya, etc., said, blah, 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 blah. I prayed along with the Messenger of Allah and witnessed that he recited the Quran during the prayer, and he omitted something, i.e., some verses, which he did not recite. A man said to him, Messenger of Allah, you omitted such and such verses. Allah Messenger said,
Abu Dawud.
this is exists in many books actually. Right now, yeah, Ibn Dawud. It says here.
Yeah, I know this. I know. Yeah. I read it.
Yeah. So you omitted such a such verse. Messenger of Allah, he said to him, why didn't you remind me? If Muhammad himself, he forget the Quran, and the Quran says, we will give you Quran and you will never forget the Quran. Can't Allah, if he is God, keep his promises?
And I also asked this to a scholar, and he told me that it was before the ayat was revealed.
Oh, hold on. So Allah, he said to him, you will read and you will not forget. After Muhammad, he forgot?
That's what I heard from a scholar. I mean, like, I learned from some scholars. So
okay, okay, how he knew that this is after? Same time. Hold on. If I say, I will give you Quran and you will never forget, and then I forgot Quran, and I always forget Quran, and I never stop forgetting the Quran. In fact, we have tons of proofs that Muhammad cannot even remember what he said. As an example, you heard that Muhammad said that Allah sent him the book in 7 letters.
Yes.
All right. What does that mean? He sent him 7 Quran, correct?
Yeah, the same thing in 7 in the 7 way.
Okay,
same thing.
Read with me this one. It says, Ibn Mas'ud reported that Allah Messenger saying that the Quran has sent down in 7 letters, he translated as moods. Every verse in it has an external and internal meaning, and every introduction has a source of reference. Correct?
Is it a Sahih Hadith?
Well, yeah, it says Sahih. I mean, it doesn't say anything here, but we can show you different reference. You know.
So let me read the verse. I mean, read the Hadith. Quran was set down in 7 moods, and every verse in it has an external and internal meaning, and every introduction has a source of reference. Well, does that Ibn Mas'ud means that every moods, or it does only to the same verses?
Every single verse. Every verse.
But it says in it does not refer to the 7. I mean, like,
my friend, every single verse. Every single verse in it. Every single verse. Every verse. He didn't say some verses. Every verse in it, there is outside meaning and inside meaning. So how this is a clear book sent to us, because now there's a big sect in Islam, or a group, they call themselves al-Batiniyin. Batiniyin, which mean they take the inner of the Quran meaning, not the outside meaning. Because this is what it says. There's
the Ashariya or Ashariya sect.
There's many. I mean, even the Muslim Sunni, even the one they say we don't accept this, they practice that. You know, like you just said to me that when he say us, he mean we as a majestic, correct?
Yes.
Well, this is inner meaning.
That's what I have known too.
This is inner meaning. The outside is us.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this from the creed. If you heard about the Ashari and the Maturidi creed, have you heard of it?
I don't want to go, like, I don't want to do what David Wood he did with Uthman. they start talking about Islamic schools. I focus on Islam, not on Muslims. So focus with me in what Muhammad said.
No,
And
it is with the context of what you are showing with me.
I know,
or
I
what
know,
you're
I know, but I don't want to go there. I focus in what we have from Muhammad, not what some they understand or I understand. What Muhammad said in front of us, and that's it. So if the Quran is from Allah, and the Allah said, I make it clear, and I said, he said, he promised he will not make it demolished, he will not make it forgotten, and then everything he said, it came to be the opposite.
Okay, I get your point.
Now you said to me, we mentioned about Allah. You said that you are saying that Allah is Shaitan, correct?
No, if you go according to what we agreed on or the explicit meaning, then indirectly it means that according to Muhammad. Okay, that indirectly it will mean that Allah is Shaitan. Indirectly.
No, actually it is directly saying that. Let me show you. It's not indirectly. Let us see here. Chapter 4, verse number 143. Who is the deceiver? Shaitan, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
But if Shaitan he deceive you,
you mentioned it in the deception of Allah. I read that.
exactly.
I read.
But I will give you more. If Shaitan deceive you, Allah can guide you, correct?
If Shaitan deceives me, Allah can guide me. Yeah, Allah can guide me.
Okay. If Allah deceive you, can Shaitan guide you?
No.
But Allah is, here we go. So who's Shaitan? It says here, and the one who Allah make him go astray, never you will find for him a way, which means to guide. So Muhammad is saying, Allah is saying to Muhammad, if you think you can guide them, you are mistaken. The one who I misguide, nobody can guide. And the Arabic in front of you, it says, وَمَنْ يُضْلِلُ اللَّهِ فَلَنْ تَجِدَ لَهُ سَبِيلًا. And the one who Allah deceive, you cannot guide. The Muslims, they try to make it look nicer. They say, whoever Allah leave him as strain, never would thou find for him the way. So Shaitan is a nicer from Allah. Shaitan, he must guide me. I can be guided. Somebody meet me, speak to me, correct me, convince me. Okay, correct?
Yes.
But if Allah misguide you and deceive you, nobody can guide you. He is the highest Shaitan. You said to me indirectly, in fact, this is directly. He is saying he is the best Shaitan.
But it can also mean that it depends on his wish, right?
No problem, but his wish is what? Is the wish of God to make you a disbeliever?
If I would be honest with you, then if you look into some verse, it does mean that.
Okay, so Allah he decide to make you a disbeliever. So why he want to punish you for being a disbeliever?
Well, if you ask this to a scholar, then he would say that Allahu A'lam.
Yeah, Allah knows best. That because they are stupid. That's why I told you the scars aren't scars. Like let's think about it this way. I'm driving in the highway, and there is Allah. He put a sign in the highway, says the way to Mecca. I took the way. I want to go to Mecca. Then I keep driving. Here we go. I found myself in Alaska. So is it my fault or the fault or the one who changed the sign?
The one who changed the sign, but it also goes into the philosophy, right?
Hold on, but that's mean I am a victim and Allah is the devil. Okay, let us go to the Shaitan. Is Shaitan himself is a bad person or a good person in Islam?
God, the cursed one. He's the cursed. He's cursed.
He's cursed by whom?
God, because of his arrogance.
Did he worship Allah? Is he worshiping Allah or not? Is he a Muslim or not?
That's a hard question. Someone specialist in have deep knowledge in creed can answer this. But if you ask me that before he was cursed, he was Muslim.
Before.
But as far as I know, the scholars, that now he's kafir and he's declared as kafir.
That's false. Read the Quran with me just to show you your scholars are potatoes as usual. Chapter 7, verse number 16. This is the Muslim translation. Muslim translation always is a fabrication far away from what it says in Arabic, but you can read in Arabic yourself, as long as you know.
I will feel comfortable if you show me the English. I mean, I'm not that deep.
Iblis said, because you have sent me astray. In Arabic it says, Bima aghwaytani. The same word riwaya mean to make me tempted, be a criminal, you know, like there's other word in the Quran, the same word. Al-Ghaween, Al-Ghaween. Let me show you how Muslim they lie in translation. Al-Ghaween is mentioned in the Quran that Shaitan, he says, I am not going to make, he said to them, Allah, he said to Shaitan, you have no authority over my followers except those who they are Al-Ghaween. Chapter 15, verse number 42. What Al-Ghaween mean? And the same word, and the same word appear in chapter 26, verse number 91, chapter 26, verse number 94, chapter 7, verse 175.
Is also mentioned the same thing you're saying.
But Al-Ghaween is who? What Ghaween mean? Criminals, bad, etc. You know, very, very bad thing. So, who is the one who made Allah, who made Shaitan, one of the Al-Ghaween? Allah. Read with me the word Ghaween. Read with me, chapter 15. Look at the screen. It says here, this is Allah and Shaitan having discussion. The same chapter. Chapter 15. We went first to the chapter, verse number 39, and now we are going to verse number 42. Allah speaking to Shaitan saying, certainly you shall have no authority over my slaves except those who follow you of Al-Ghaween. Do you see it? Even they have it in English. You see it?
Yes.
Okay. What Ghaween mean? Mushrikeen.
Those are in real
Mushrikeen.
In real astray.
Those who follow, those who go astray, criminals, polytheists, and evildoers, etc. Do you agree?
Yes.
All right. Let us go back to the verse before it. Verse number 39. Who is the one who made Shaitan from Al-Ghaween? The same word. Look how the Muslim translator says, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, because you misled me, I shall indeed adorn the path of error for them. Who is the one who misleads Shaitan?
God. I mean, you can say Allah.
So who is Shaitan? So who is Shaitan?
Can't get your point.
Who is the God of this? Who is the God of deception? Who is the first deceiver?
The same attribute is shared between God and the Shaitan. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, he is Shaitan. Shaitan is just a victim, one of the victims of the biggest scammer, you know. So now Shaitan, because Allah he deceived him, says, okay, you know what? I'm going to revenge and deceive them. And Allah he agreed. He told him, okay, I gave you authority to deceive everybody. I will give you like to do some of my job. Except nobody will follow you from my slaves. But then later we find that Muhammad he received satanic verses, correct?
Yes.
So how the Quran says Allah he promised Shaitan that nobody can be deceived by you except those who follow you from the mushrikeen, the criminals. And then Muhammad he received satanic verses.
That Muhammad is from the people of Shaitan.
Huh?
That actually means that Muhammad is from the people of Shaitan. I mean, that if you look in the explicit way, it actually means that.
Yeah, all of Islam is satanic. All of this is stupidity. I mean, how we can fix, how we can duct tape.
I would say that all of it, I mean, there's of course some good part in it.
What is good part? Show me the good part. I'm listening.
kindness.
What
You mean the virtues
kindness?
of
What kindness? You know, kindness. Where is the kindness? Uh, if somebody stole an egg, we cut his hand. Is that kindness? The one who
but
steal,
at that
my friend, I don't know your name. The one who steal an egg, is he really a big thief or a person who is hungry?
can you repeat the question for me?
If somebody stole an egg,
Yes.
is he really a bad person or he is a hungry man?
Well, it doesn't actually make him a bad person. I mean, not
Okay,
in that
so
sense.
now a person who is hungry and he wanna eat, if we cut his hand, is that a fair punishment for the crime?
No.
How many chicken Muhammad he stole? How many goat? In the Bible it says, and I
The
will put
booty,
the verse in the
booty from
screen.
the water.
I will put in the screen the verses. It says it clearly that if somebody, you know, he is a thief and he stole to eat, you know, he stole
Yes.
because he is suffering from hunger. Don't punish him. Don't punish the guy. He's a poor man. Muhammad, who he claimed that he is a prophet, you said to me kindness. And now
Yes.
if we cut the hand of the man, is he now going to stop stealing? Because now we make him disabled. He cannot work. So how he can live? He will steal. I mean, a human being with two hands cannot live. Hardly we can make it. Correct?
Yes.
So now what is the point of cutting a hand of a person he stole an egg? And
The
what
the
and
forgiveness in the
what about the big
Mecca.
thief Muhammad? Muhammad, he stole women from their families, from their children. He stole the whole tribes. I mean, he enslaved everybody.
But well, that was like something I also faced a problem. Like that was also something disturbing to me. But I saw a debate with what was that guy names? You know that channel, the skeptical Muslim, some Hakikatu Chugai, like I don't
I
remember his
don't
name.
know. Yeah, there's many stupid ones. What about them?
I mean, he was telling that at that time that was like the norm of war, the norm. What do you say? The norm tradition of war to take the captives
Thank you very
as your
much.
slaves.
But okay, but so don't say he is a mercy and kindness. Did you came to take what it was at that time, or you came to fix it?
Yeah, someone in the comment actually said the name Daniel
This guy is
Pikachu.
stupid. This guy, he said no. This guy actually, Daniel, he says, now he like it. Now he like to have slavery. He said now, not later. Now,
That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, he said if he said which one is better for you, to have a slave or to rent somebody? He said now,
I
now.
would choose rent actually.
Yeah,
Slaving
yeah.
is like
So my friend, Muhammad is a criminal. Allah is Satan, and all the Quran is full of contradiction. Not to mention, we did not mention the, the scientific stupid story is the sunset in murky water, sperm coming from the backbone, women have a sperm coming from her ribs, the hail coming from mountains in heaven, the water, the salty water are two different seas, they never mix. All this garbage is in the Quran. How this can be the book of God?
okay, I see, understand what you're saying, but Quran sometimes refers to the Bible as that he was prophesied, that Muhammad was prophesied. What
My
about that?
friend,
I
my
mean,
friend, my
in
friend.
the Salman al Farsi, he actually
Hold my
said,
friend, hold on, my friend. I mean, the Muslims are already desperate. In one hand, you say the Bible is full of contradiction. In the other
yes,
hand, you say the Muhammad is in the Bible.
No, I mean at that time. I mean, I
But
was
at
talking
that
about the
time, my
Salman
friend, come
Al-Farsi.
on. I mean, this is very silly. First of all, even the Quran says, Allah, He made the prophethood from the seed of Isaac and Jacob. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
Muhammad
he
from the
didn't have a
seed of
covenant with
Isaac and
as
Jacob?
yeah. What do you say that? Ishmael, he didn't have the covenant with Israel. I read it in the
My
Bible.
friend, is Muhammad from the children of Isaac and Jacob?
No.
So, how Muhammad he is from the seed of those? He's not. So even the Quran,
And it said
chapter 6, verse number 84 says it clearly that from the seed of Isaac and Jacob will be the prophethood. And this is why we see all the list. They are from the children of Israel. Muhammad, he came with stories like how, just to show you how stupid Islam is, how Muhammad, he claimed that he is from Ishmael. And then he say, Allah, he sent 124,000 prophet. Everyone was sent to a nation. Is that correct?
I ever heard that was Taif hadith.
No, it's not da'if. Islam is da'if. Muhammad is da'if. Everything is da'if.
Well, there's actually a contradiction among the scholars that some scholars say that this is authentic, some say that it is daif, like really confusing.
Some they say, some they say.
Yeah, it's really confusing for me to for a normal Muslim.
But focus with me. Focus with me. Nabi Salih, is he an Arab?
You mean Salih alayhi salatu wasalam? I don't know about that.
Okay, where he's from?
No, I don't know. I think he was from Syria. I read in a book.
That's nice. A guy from Syria. His name is Salih. I mean, the Syrian people, they are Aramic people. They don't speak Arabic. Salih is an Arabic name. And obviously this is a stupid name because his name good. I mean, Salih mean good. Is he God? Only God is good. So the guy's name is Salih. Where he's from, they don't know. Okay, Idris. Who's Idris? Where those names are coming from? The Muslim, they try to find match for them. They say Idris is Enoch. How Enoch become Idris, nobody knows.
But the Jew and the Christians said that Muhammad was telling about their prophets. So I mean, in their language,
my friend, if 124,000 messengers was sent to mankind, and Allah, he said, he will never judge a nation without sending a warner. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Allah, he said, I never send a warner except from the nation. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's mean every single one of them have to be from different nation.
Not actually. I mean, as far as I know that among the Jews there came a lot of
I'm not talking about the Jews now. Focus with me in the Quran. If the Quran says, I never send a messenger except from the people, and the message in the tongue of the people. Right?
Yeah, so the prophets came in
them.
among them.
Can you name for me the messenger Allah he sent to India? India have 400, at least 400 languages. That means at least there is 400 ethnic, if not more.
Well, that is in present time. In the past, in
the past was the same, my friend. I am the son of my father. It's not the opposite. So in the past is the same as now. Nothing changed.
No languages change.
Language change, but people stay the same. 400 language. The language itself it changed, which means Arabic today is spoken in the street. It's not the same as Arabic in the time of Muhammad, but still it's Arabic.
Yes, still it's Arabic, but
but people don't change. People don't change. The Arab is the same as people of the desert. The Arab is not even an ethnic. But if we go to India, everybody speak a language because they are a group of people who share things together. They are different groups. That's why they have different languages. If they are from the same group, they will not have the same. They will have only one language. So they have many languages. So according to your Quran, if Allah want to send a messenger, He will send him from the people, speaking the tongue of the people.
Yes.
Same time, This is the hadith I just mentioned to you, just to show you how stupid Islam is. Here it says that this hadith from As-Silsila Sahiha, the authentic hadith, about 124 messengers, 124,000 messenger. Here it says this hadith is da'if. Okay, how it is in the chain of authentic, this is where it's coming from, and here it says it's a da'if. Crazy.
Yeah, as ilmu rijal. I know you have heard about that, ilmu rijal.
My friend,
those who study the chain of narrations.
okay, but Muslims are hypocrites. Or if somebody, they don't like him, as an example, if somebody he stand with the Shia in the time of Ali, they don't take his hadith unless his hadith serve their political agenda. Are you getting my point? So
yeah,
and the Shia they do the same. The Shia they do the
You
same.
understand?
If the hadith
So
is
have you
coming
heard
from
the
Abu
book-
Bakr,
book
if the
Siyar
hadith,
Alam an-Nubala?
yeah,
So I'm telling you something. That have you heard the name of the book Siyar Alam an-Nubala?
yes, yes.
Yes, that
But
is
listen,
the book of Rijal. I mean,
but listen,
most
if
scholars refer to that book.
this is a stupid book again. I mean, who is this guy? He never met those people. How he knew who they are noble?
Like he heard it from his ancestors.
Ah, my friend, what ancestor? So, are you going to ask me to write a book about Paul? I'm not. I never met Paul. And then, if I want to write something about Paul, I have to write what is written before me, not my writing, because I did not live the history. I was not in the history. So, how this person can tell us who was noble? And there's none of Muhammad friends is a noble person. So, how his name? A'lamun Nubala. Isn't it the Quran says that the companion of Muhammad, they accuse Muhammad to steal an underwear? Have you ever heard noble people accusing their noble king that he stole a piece of clothing? Is
You're
that the
talking about the
noble?
Hadith in Bukhari, right?
Huh?
You're talking about the Hadith in Bukhari.
No, this is the Quran.
Yeah, it is also mentioned in Quran. A Sahabi said to the
My
Prophet,
friend, no problem. But
yeah, I know that hadith.
when this guy he wrote a book, it's called the Book of the Noble, A'lamun Nubala. So, are they noble? Is a noble
No,
person is the one who
absolutely
accused his friend that he stole an underwear? Is it not? Is it a noble? If imagine, God forbid, forgive me for saying that. Imagine Jesus being accused by John that he stole an underwear. That would be very weird. So if his companions accusing their best man that he is a thief, that means he is a thief. The accusation is just about
accusation
this.
might be false.
Huh?
The accusation might be false.
Okay, the fact the Quran confirmed. Read the verse with me. How it's false. It's correct. Because Allah, he said, it is not for a prophet to steal. But Allah did not tell us who took the bikini. That's me, Muhammad, he took it. Actually, this verse is a proof Muhammad is a false prophet. Because if he did not take it, shouldn't Allah tell us who took it? To clear Muhammad image from everybody? Instead, he says it's not for a prophet to... I mean, this is the time Sherlock Holmes should show us his skills. Allah, he is God, he know the unseen. Can't he knew who is the one who took the underwear and he is now wearing it? And now Muhammad is under investigation. So instead of clearing him by sending a letter, fax says it's not Muhammad. What about you tell us who took it? And then everybody will say, wow, Muhammad is truly a prophet. Look, somebody else took it. Allah, he came with the answer to Muhammad and he said, go to the house of this guy, tell him to take off his pants. Bingo. Here we go. The panty.
I mean, like in Surah Nur, as Allah revealed the verse about Aisha, it should also be done in here. You're trying to say that.
So, no, what?
In Surah Nur,
Yeah.
the Sahabas accused Aisha for zina, right?
Okay.
Then Allah revealed.
Yeah, but you
Yes.
see, that one, if you go check it out, you will find that Muhammad, he waited almost 5 weeks before he received a verse from Allah. Why? He was waiting to see if Aisha is going to deliver a baby or not. because after 1 month her period will show if she is really going to have a child. So he waited until she have her coming period so he can clear his wife, not Allah, because he was worried if he make the verse before she get her period and then she did not get her period, then people will know he's a false prophet. So he waited 4 weeks, 5 weeks. People talking about Aisha, blah 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 blah. They saw her with him, blah blah blah. They spent the night together, blah 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 blah. 3 witnesses, blah blah. 3, not 1, 3. And then Muhammad, he changed the witnesses from 2 to 4. And then Allah he sent a passage to say Aisha, she did not do it. Okay, well, this is the same. Can't Allah tell us even more information? Muhammad did not do it. Who did it? Somebody here did it for real. Somebody took it. What about you tell us his name? We go and get him busted. So if Muhammad is a prophet, at least Allah, it is now for Allah the time where Allah should tell us what really happened. Don't you agree?
Yes, I agree with you.
But what he do? It's not Muhammad. That's me, he do not know. If it's not Muhammad for real.
I'm getting your point.
Yeah. So my friend, why you still a Muslim? Why you don't leave Islam?
Well, the thing is, when you show me those verses, a doubt came into me. And according to Islam, if doubt came to you, then you are no longer Muslim. So you need to read Shahada again to become a Muslim. So I think my faith is already nullified. I think, actually.
So you think now you are out of Islam, my friend?
According to the jurisprudence, yes. Because I studied jurisprudence also.
I'm happy for you, my friend. Good for you. You are out of this madness. But you know, just to warn you, you will not now have an endless penis. You know? I mean, this is disappointing. Yeah, Muhammad, he says that a Muslim man, he will have an endless penis, you know, which is very nice. You know, I was actually, you know, I don't like Putin. And I was thinking how I can help the Ukrainian. I said to myself, if I convert to Islam and Allah give me an endless penis, maybe from here I can do something to Putin, you know, I mean, literally screw him up by sending my penis all the way there. But I'm afraid if I convert to Islam, nothing will change. I know many people, they converted to Islam, and still their penis is not really even Muhammad himself, his penis is not working. Have you ever heard of a God? He could not even fix the penis of his prophet?
No, I mean, that's kind of strange thing.
Yeah, and so what he do? You know, he insult the one who insult Muhammad. So a man, he said to him, your penis is not working, Muhammad. Your penis is cut off. So what Allah, he said to him, okay, Muhammad, tell him, no, you are cut off, but the guy, he have 10 kids.
Okay. Well, yeah, I faced those problems for a long time. And I'll be honest, I won't lie to you.
Muhammad, he died from illness, mental illness, all kind of sickness. In the last 4 or 5 years of his life, he can't even go to the bathroom. So Muhammad is the same as Ahmad Mirza Ghulam. Ahmad Mirza Ghulam, he told people that he is the Messiah. Then one day he opened his house door. He found like 60, 70 Christians bringing to him people who they are in wheelchairs, they are blind, people who cannot walk, people who cannot talk, people who cannot hear. And they said to him, go ahead, Messiah. Do what Messiah do. The false Messiah, Ahmad Mirza Ghulam, later he died because of diarrhea.
Yeah, he died in the toilet. I know the story.
No, he did not die in toilet. He died in the diarrhea in his bedroom, but he fell over his shit because he was shitting in the thing next to his bed. So this is the same as Muhammad. He claimed to be Muhammad. Muhammad means the praised one. So the praised one, he could not heal others, he could not heal himself, and he died a horrible death. So my friend, we Christians, we have the Messiah, the one who said to the man cannot walk, walk. He carry his bed and walk. He said to him, go on, your sin is forgiven. The Jews, they said in their head, he read their mind, who is this person who is saying, go on, your sin is forgiven? What do he think he is? So he said to them, which one is easier to say, to do? To say to him, your sin is forgiven, talk is cheap, right? Or carry your bed and walk. So my friend, Muhammadan, and I'm happy for you. Now I cannot call you Muhammadan no more. You decide to leave Islam, so I'm happy for you.
Okay, see.
What do you think about accepting the Messiah as your Lord?
Well, to be honest, I actually make videos against the Bible, and I actually
Okay.
have a list of 101 contradictions of the Bible. I mean, I've also been in the Dawah and I've talked with many rabbis, and they've shown me. I mean, there's also scholars, and I've read the Bible, and I see many contradictions in the Bible.
You made videos against the Bible. But
Yes.
isn't it weird that you
I
see
mean, as a Muslim,
isn't it weird?
that's
Okay, hold on. Isn't it weird that you are able to see contradiction in the Bible, but you did not see in your book? And now you decide
Well,
that
I
your book is
saw,
really
but
silly?
when you are a Muslim, look, bro, I don't want my head to cut off in the community. You know that better.
All right,
So
my friend.
people
I
know.
want you to do me a favor. There is a brother of mine. His name is Sam Shamoun. Tell him, Christian Prince, he sent me to you. And I want you to call him and tell him the contradiction in the Bible. Do you promise me to do that?
Well, if you, yeah, of course, I have no problem to seeing the truth, but I don't know how to contact him, you know?
Oh, Sam Shamoun is, people will give you his channel and I can send your name to him. Hold on. Let me see how we can do that. He have a channel. You never heard of Sam Shamoun?
No, actually, I haven't.
Okay. Let's see. I will send your contact to him. Yeah, because he enjoy, you know, those. For me, I prefer to keep my channel about Islam. He will do better than me. Okay, here we go. I send your contact to him.
So how do I contact him?
Assassin Prince. I send it to him. So people, they are posting for you his channel. Feel free to join him on his live. His live now. Somebody said to me his live now. So maybe you can join him, you know. And let us see how your how your contradiction will work.
Well,
you want to bet that your contradiction are not contradiction?
well, I also checked the Hebrew word for those, and Hebrew words totally said a different thing than the translation. I mean, the New James translation and the New International Version translation.
Do you speak Hebrew?
I don't speak Hebrew, but
Okay, so how
I
you
know a
know
little
that,
bit. I also see the
so how you
translation.
know, my friend, first of all, we don't judge the Bible by translation because translation mean translators, correct? Me myself, I don't agree with
Yes,
all translators because a translator or translator, this is not God, this is a man translating. However, I advise you to go there. You can call him right now. Somebody told me his life right now. Join him and tell him one of your contradiction one by one. Let us see if it's going to, maybe you get lucky. Maybe you'll find one of them working. What do you think?
yeah, sure. I would love to do that.
All right. Well, I'm happy for you that you decide to leave Islam, and I hope soon.
It'd be better if anyone gives me the link in the comment box. I mean, I don't see any link of his channel in the comment box.
They will type it for you again. Sam Shamoun. Just search for Sam Shamoun. I send his address, your address to him.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah. Let me type him.
Well, the name behind my Skype channel has some connection with you because since you make videos against Islam, so I make videos against Christianity since as a Muslim. So you know, Prince versus Prince.
So you became Assassin Prince. Are you going to assassinate me?
No, in a sense that you know, the fight of knowledge, in a sense, like assassin. I mean, a Christian prince.
Yeah, okay, but okay, look what happened, isn't it? This is funny. You decide to go against Christianity because of a Christian prince, and then a Christian prince, he made you leave Islam. That is a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, I'm happy for you, and feel free to contact Sam Shamoun. He is live on air, and they are posting for you his channel. Join him right now, and just I send him a message. Tell him a Christian prince he just sent me to you, and tell him what happened. And I'm sure he will be happy
Yeah,
to
he's
speak.
live. I got this.
All
So
right.
how can I? Oh, this guy. I know this guy.
You know him,
I
huh?
know this guy. I just didn't remember his name.
All right.
So how should I be able to contact him? I mean, how can I call him?
I will share. Let me see. Sam Shamour. Search for this in Skype.
Can you send me a link? It would be better.
Yeah, I'm trying actually to see how I can send you a link. Hold on. How to send a link. For some reason, let us see if I click view profile. All right, this is let me send you the name. Search for this. Search for this in Skype. All right.
Well, yeah. Have you sent it to me?
Yeah, give me a second, please.
Well,
Yeah, search for this. I will send you the in Skype, and you will find him. All right.
Benny Malik, yes.
All right. Okay, my friend. Take care, and happy for you that you decide to leave Islam. And you better from now on making videos against the Quran.
Well, I will be very honored if you make videos, the videos I made about Christianity. Okay, so if you debunked it, I would it would be a great source of knowledge, because since you are pretty much knowledgeable in this field.
You are saying I debunk what? Debunk your videos?
On some of my videos, it would be better if you debunk some of my videos.
You know, I don't want to really waste my time to debunk a video. I prefer to speak to the person. I mean, I'm speaking to you. Why I want to debunk what you said in the video? But I refer you to a person who will do better than me in regarding the Bible, and I do better than him regarding the Quran. So go to him and let us see if you are going to get one of the contradiction work. Maybe one. You never know. Try.
Okay, so should I call him directly, or
you can? Yeah, you can. You can. The people told me that he is live on air now. Maybe you can join him. Go to his chat right now and see if he's taking calls first, and tell him
he's
Christian
not taking
Prince.
calls. It seems that he's just replying the comments. It looks like that.
Yeah, just ask him. I just came from a Christian Prince and send me to you, and he send you a message in Skype, you know, and see if you can talk. All right, my friend. Take care.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. The guy is making videos against Christianity, and he called himself Assassin Prince because of me. So he got so upset because of me, and now the Christian Prince, who he made him angry, him, you know, because of me, he left Islam. That's a good one. All right, guys. I hope we have a good time. Did we have a good time? I have, you know, I'm going to go and visit a voodoo clinic because I want to tell you something serious happening with me. I imagine myself having intercourse with my wife, but yet I don't have a wife. So I contacted Allah. And Allah, He will send me two angels. One of them, his name is Jibreel. And they will take me and they will make me sit next to the water of Zamzam. And they will see what's wrong with me. One will hold me from my and the other one will hold me from my toes. The first one will ask the other one, what's wrong with him, you think? The other one, he says, he's under a black magic. What the heck? All those things happening to me? Why? And I am prophet of Allah? Is that even fair? I mean, I heard of a skin infection. I heard of heart attack. But penis is not standing up even for the anthem. That is a different story. And not only that, he imagined himself having sex, but in fact he did not. That's amazing. And how Allah, He solved the problem. The Muslim, they say, if Allah want to fix something, He say be is going to be. So why Allah send in two angels and they start taking x-ray and they put him in the table, and the first one asks the second one, what's wrong with him? The other one, he says, black magic. Can't Allah fix it from there? What is the drama for? Isn't you Muslim, you say that if Allah wants something to happen, He say be is going to be. What the heck? And then, brother, what is controlling the mind, which is affecting the penis, the holy penis of the Holy Prophet? There is a material made by Labid ibn al-Asam, Lubayd ibn al-Asam. The first ask, what the heck? What is material did he use? Look at this, silicone maybe? Maybe chips. Maybe zucchini. Phew. What material he used to do magic on the Prophet? Look how serious the discussion. This is scientific discussion. Two professor, the highest professor in the hospital of Allah, they've been sent down to earth to discuss the situation of Prophet Muhammad. So the first one, he says, okay, the one near my feet, what the heck, there's, look, they take this is magnet, because Muhammad is a magnet, you know, there's positive and negative. The toes is the negative, the head is the positive. Sometimes Muhammad, he switched negative with positive, depend in the mood. So one set next to his head and one set next to his feet. The one next to my feet, he asked the one near my head, pointing at me. There is other person there? You have to point at him because there is 10,000 people there. I mean, look at this story. There's one guy and he is pointing at him. He said, what's wrong with this man? Something wrong with the Prophet. Let me guess, the battery? There's a short in the electricity. Maybe the heater, the water heater is blown up. Maybe that's the stickles. Hold on. I think he have too much cholesterol. Cholesterol is not cholesterol. It's something called stupidity is amazing. The later are applied. Look, the first one is the doctor, but he's ignorant. There are two doctors. The first doctor asking the second doctor, what's wrong with this idiot? The second doctor, he knew what he's doing. The first doctor is a donkey. So the second one, he said, he replied, he's under the effect of magic. Ooh. Brothers and sisters, if you are under magic, that is really horrible. It happened to me once. Once I was walking down street. This is a true story, by the way. And then there was a female in the balcony, and she threw like a big container of dirty water on me. I got upset. So I look at her because supposedly I'm going to insult her because she insulted me. But I did not notice that this dirty water is full of a black magic. And then I look at her and I fell in love. I was going to insult her, subhanallah. I look and I saw her skirt and then I saw the panty. And I said, wow, mashallah. Aman Rabbi Aman. The magic work, brother. And then I went to the balcony and I asked for her 2 hands and 1 leg. And then her parent, because I'm a very good person, they accepted me right away. This is why they decided to throw me from the same balcony she was standing on. And right now I cannot walk because of that incident. Thank you very much. This is a true story. I mean, what the heck is that, man? Magic on the Prophet? I mean, can you name for me one thing is working with this Prophet? His penis not working, his brain is not working, he imagining things that never happen. So how we can trust him that he is even receiving messages from God? If he imagine himself, Even his sex is false. How we can trust a person he imagines sex never happened? And different hadith says he imagined himself doing thing, but in fact he did not. Well, how we can trust that he was seeing an angel then? Sisters, brothers, Prophet Muhammad have everything inside him. You get Muhammad, you get the whole package. Stupidity, fiction stories, false stories, black magic, white magic, green magic, flying carpet, flying mule, flying zucchini. I mean, oh, the sunset, the murky water, the Al-Khudr, brother, Mr. Green. He became a green because he drank from the fountain of youth. All of us will drink from the fountain of youth. Actually, I will not tell the females in this room, in this chat now, that I have 3 drops from the fountain of youth. And this is why, if you ask me why I don't want to share with the females that I have it, because imagine what will happen. They will do invasion on my house to get the 3 drops. 1 drop from the fountain of youth will make you an infant again. Brother, even the fountain of youth, Muhammad found it. There's a prophet, his name is Al-Khudr. He's called Mr. Green. Why? Because after he drank from the fountain of youth, any grass he set in it, even if it is dead grass, the grass will become a green. So they decide to call him Mr. Green. If you don't believe me, I will show you the story. What is the fountain of youth? Look at this. Look at this, beautiful. Now we know where Harry Potter and Barret of the Caribbean came from Muhammad, my friend, which is coming from the story of Gilgamesh. So brother, Prophet Moses and his assistant, who his name is Mr. Whale, they went in a trip and Allah told them to take with them a fish. But in their way, they found the fountain. It's called the fountain of youth. The fountain of life. Look, look, look. So they will take them out, and by them they would have burnt as coal. And then the water called Ma'ul Hayat, the water of life, will be poured on them, and they will come like a spring from seed. I mean, even Allah will use this water to resurrect us in the day of resurrection. Look, he will sprinkle on us. He will use the fountain of youth to sprinkle water on us. Zzz, like I'm dead. I want a drop from the fountain of youth come on me. Christian Prince is coming from the grave like zombie. And then, Alhamdulillah, shakes to Allah, Allahu Akbar. And then suddenly I'm talking and I'm alive. Allah will sprinkle from the fountain of youth, brother. Even Allah cannot resurrect us. He used the magic water, water of life. I don't know what pharmacy we can get it from, but I cannot tell you the address. And here the story of Moses and his assistant Yeshua and bin Nun, the son of Nun. His name is Yeshua, the son of Nun, the son of the whale. And they carried with them a fish until they reached the rock and rested there. Moses put his head down and slept. Moses, why you sleep, Moses? I hate it when Moses he do that. I don't like to take Moses with me. Camping, anywhere you take him with you, he put his head and he'd sleep and he act like if he is not there. It's time to cut the wood, to do the laundry, etc. Moses he sleep. I'm telling you, you cannot take a prophet with you. Don't take them with you anywhere. So Yeshua bin Nun is carrying the fish. Moses, you are right. He's acting up, so he will not do any work. And then Moses, he put his head down and slept. You know what? I like the details. He put his head down. I mean, do you see how serious this is story? Because usually prophets, they put their head up when they sleep. So Sufyan, the sub-narrator, said, somebody other than Amr said, what the heck? At the rock, there was a water spring called al-hayat, and none come in touch with that water but becomes alive. Please. I know a person, I don't really, I'm thinking I want to punish him. His mother-in-law, she passed away just a week ago. I'm going to drop some water on her. She come back to his house. That guy will be screwed. Unbelievable. This is the best revenge ever. Look at this. So some of the water of a spring of life fell over the fish, brother. So it moved and split out of the basket and entered the sea. Look at this, man. We are walking in the middle of the desert. We found the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth, one drop of the water fell on the fish. The fish, you know, she creepy fish, unbelievable. And she creep, until she went to the ocean and she did diving, free diving. No spring, no snorkeling. And it's a fish, my brother, fish, true story. So the fish do not need oxygen, you know, all those stuff. So the fish, she dive in the ocean, and the ocean like, you know, and okay, and then when Moses wake up, like what the heck, Moses is supposedly now is asleep. I know it. You are asleep. You are waiting for the fish to come up, man. Okay, I got you. So he asked his attendant, bring our early meal. There's early meal and there's okay. And then, this is Quran 18:62, brother. The narrator added Moses did not suffer from fatigue except after he had passed in the place had been ordered. Look, so magic of Allah. Moses never had fatigue before, but when they arrived there, the Bermuda Triangle start activated. Bermuda, this is Bermuda Triangle. And then he wanted to eat, brother, and then the attendant, Yeshua ibn Nun, he said, oh, I think, okay, look like we lost our fish. What the heck? But Allah did not tell him to eat the fish. Allah told him, when you lose the fish, you will find the place. Why Moses wouldn't eat the fish? This is his GPS. What an idiot. So I did indeed forget about the fish. The narrator added, so they came back retracting their steps. You know, thank God at that time there is no asphalt. I mean, how Moses is going to retract his footprint? See the benefit of walking in the dust and dirt? And then they found in the sea, what the heck, they are retracting their footstep they found in the sea? Okay, hold on. So they went back in their footstep and they found themselves inside the sea? That is see through sea. Oh boy. And the Muhammadan, they want to say to you, Islam is amazing, brother. Sure, it's amazing. This is the best children. Even kids would laugh at it. What a stupid story, man. Are you kidding me? This is so, this is amusing. And then, okay, they're retracting their steps and they found themselves in the sea. Why? They were in the water. And then the way of the fish looking like a tunnel. The fish jump in the sea, but look what happened. The sea become a tunnel. So what Moses and Yeshua ibn Nun did, they walk inside the tunnel. They keep going inside the sea. Inside the water, there's a tunnel. In the water, no rocks. Just water. It's a pipe of water. So Moses and his attendant, they walk inside the tunnel. True story, but I was there. Okay, you don't believe me? Let me swear by the fig. I mean, a God who swear by the fig, he must be a figgy God. Anyway, by the fig, you know, like you remember the song. It says, I'm very good in songs, by the way. I remember all the songs. I remember only 2 words of them. I swear by the fig and the egg, I swear. I mean, have you ever heard of a God who swear by fig? I mean, come on. A fig is delicious, yeah, but you're God. Anyway, he was angry. So they, take the tunnel. So when they were astonishing, so there was an astonishing event. What the heck is that? It must be, let me guess, Joe Biden making a speech, which you do not know, nobody knows what he is meaning, save Allah, for his attendant. And there was a tunnel for the fish. When they reached the rock, which rock, man? There's a rock in the tunnel? Who put the rock there? They found a man covered with garment. Look at the mystery. Like in those Chinese movies, you know, like there's a guy, he's covering his self, you know, and then magic coming from him. All right. Moses greeted him. The man said, astonishingly, look, this guy was surprised. What the heck? Who is this guy who is saying assalamu alaikum? Is there any such a greeting in your land? I mean, the guy who is in the middle of the sea, inside the water, he did not get astonished because there is two human is walking inside the water. No, he got astonished because he said assalamu alaikum. Oh boy. And according to Muhammad, this guy Al-Khadr, he was alive in the time of Noah, in his funeral of Noah. He was alive in the funeral of all the children of Israel. He was alive and he attended the funeral of Muhammad himself too. Come on, he will not die. His name is Middle Green. He drank from the water of youth, brother. You're crazy. All of you are crazy. Okay? And look how the story in details, I mean, if you read it, you will, you know, what the heck is this? And then Moses, he went with the guy, and Moses told him that Allah sent me to learn from you. Look. You see, even Moses, he was sent by his corporation to take special courses. Free scholarship. When I was in high school, I tried to get a free scholarship. I wasn't accepted. You know, there is a million reasons not to accept me. I understand. But I mean, if I was Moses, I would be accepted. Look, he sent him all the way with the fish. Why Allah did not send Muhammad to take a scholarship to Al-Khadr? What the heck? As long as Al-Khadr is alive. Oh boy. And then Al-Khadr, he started teaching him, and you read the story, you will die laughing. But anyway, this is enough for today. I hope you guys have a good time. And now you can go and cover yourself with the blanket. It's very cold. There's even a snowstorm in California. Can believe it. So it's very cold. Cover yourself, sleep well. And I want you to, in order to sleep well, I want you to count with me the following: 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, 4 fish, 5 fish, 6 fish, 7 fish, 8 fish, 9 fish, 10 fish, 12 fish, 13 fish. Take care. True stories of Muhammad, what I can do. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the fish come to you? Bad boys, take care. Peace.